That is 2-0. Dahl scores again for his 16th of the season.
Oh, yeah!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of the Corners of Europe Challenge, and welcome back to Tromso, where in today's episode we have got two games coming up. The first in our league phase for the season, where once again we are trying to win the Conference League, the big return after 2 seasons out. Surely this is the time where we can get our hands on that trophy. And then after that game against Maribor in Slovenia or Slovakia, yeah, it's Slovenia, we go and play against Viking in that game there. As you can see in the league, if we take a look at how we've been doing since last time, not really too much. We have made it to our third Norwegian Cup final in a row. Dahl getting a 110th minute penalty winner, nearly 2 hours on from our first goal in that game. In the final, we will be playing against Bodo Glimt. Whether or not we need a win in that, I don't really know yet. We've got 8 games left in the league season. Take a look at how we're doing. I think it's shaping up now for us to go and drop down to 5th place, to be honest. I don't think we've had a win. I don't even know how long it's been since our last win in the league. We've been pretty poor, to be honest. If we're going to take a look here, it's been, what's that, 7 games without a win, 5 draws in there, and in our last however many games, what is this, that would be 13 games, just 2 wins off the back of an amazing start. Only 2 or 3 losses in there, to be fair, but it's a whole lot of draws that we don't really want. But we're not in too bad of a position at the moment. Still in that top 3 spot, and we can still find that good form into the end of the season. We know what we've got to do today: pick up 3 points, start off well. We've seen the opposition, who's going to be in this season of the Conference League. We just have to go out there and give it our best, try and come away with 6 out of 6, so we can avoid that playoff and go straight into the round of 16. So let's just get straight into it. First game of the day against Maribor. So the team for this game against Maribor, a few injuries, changes the team a little bit, but we've got most of our players. Starts with Nilsson in goal today. We've got a backline of Carvalho, Eduardo and Gilia, Stegjaldal, Pereira and Conceição in the middle. We've got Injal in the left, Hemmingson outright, and Nordas up top. Kick off here in this game against Maribor. It'd be nice to pick up 3 points. You know, we want to try go for the 18 if we can, really, in our last, or was it in the Europa League? I'm not too sure. Pereira has a long range shot there. It's forward save, and Hemmingson is there, and that is 1-0 here. I think Nordas might be offside on that far side. I don't know if it was in the Conference League or the Europa League. I think it was I don't even know. I want to actually check now, because that's going to bug me if we don't go and take a look. The only draw we had was against Karabag. I do remember that, but I just don't know when it was. If we take a look here, I don't think it was in this season, because we won against Karabag in the league phase. Now it's up to this season. So in our first games in each competition, we had a home game against Karabag, won 3-0 in the Europa League, but then when we went to them, when they came to us in the Conference League, we drew 0-0. Got all of our wins after that and took 16 points from 18. In the Europa League, I think we only got like 2 losses, 5 wins and a draw, something like that. So like 16 points, which is very, very impressive. 16 from 21 to take, or 16 from 24 it would be. Done very well there, but yeah, 1-0 up in this game here already. Be nice to pick up those points and set the tone nice and early. It's Nice up in first, maybe not anymore. It was Nice up in first, and then us, but the order starts to change now as teams score a load more goals. I mean, we've had a bit of a scoring issue, probably why we've had so many draws recently, but you know, in amidst all the bad form that we've had in the league, you can see all the green dots that come up for our European performances. We've been impressive, and hopefully it can continue here for the next few games of the league phase. Dahl finds himself on the ball. It's deflected, and that is 2-0. Dahl scores again for his 16th of the season, and he scores again in the Conference League. No signs of him slumming down after all these years. He's been playing for us. How many years has it been now? He must have been here like 11 years, and he's still going strong. 16 goals for the season. He's having a bit of a resurgence for himself, which is always nice to see. 237 league games, probably around 300 appearances in all competitions, which is a remarkable result for him, and what is another remarkable result is the fact we lead 2-0 here in this game. Is going to do some favours for the goal difference. I'm looking at this team here, this how do you say it? Vorskla, is it Vorskla or Vorskia? Is it an I or an L? I'm not actually too sure. I think it's an L. I think it's Vorskla. Yeah, it is Vorskla. We're playing against them. We're not playing against them today, but I've seen that they've been doing quite well. If we were to play against them, that's what I was going to say. I think it'd be a very, very tough game by the looks of it. I think it reminds me a lot of Boavista. It's a team you're kind of not too familiar with the name. I mean, we've studied a lot of Ukrainian clubs, the likes of Donetsk, where we will go to Ruk Lviv, who are playing there, as you can see. But that's not a name that's too familiar, and if we have to face them, it could turn out to be a tough game. We just have to hope we can avoid them really. Conceição plays us in the middle. It's over the keeper, and in July makes it 3-0 in this game, and that is surely our first 3 points wrapped up here in Slovenia. A nice day out for all the travelling fans, and we reward them by being 3-0 up at half time here in this game. Hopefully it can continue in the second half. We can get a few more goals to do some favours for the goal difference. Yeah, it's obviously a shorter season, kind of, I guess, in the league phase, because we play only the 6 games instead of 8. So it's going to be nice to get that wrapped up early, and then from there we can go and continue to kind of go on to the knockout phases with the nice bit of momentum. Some of our players are in black kits for some reason. I don't know why, and they're all in random numbers for some reason. I don't know what's going on there. We'll have to see if it can be fixed. I mean, we've got number 41. Oh no, this is the opposition. But wait, no, their team is in black kits. I'm so confused. It's taken a deflection off the wall, and that is 3-1 here in this game for a streaker on the pitch, right? And he's managed to score. I thought it was our players who were in black kits, and I was looking at their numbers. We had this player's a number 41 who's just scored, and I was like, the only 41 we have is Amdal on the bench. He's 40, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he is number 40. So I was a bit confused, but luckily we've realised what has gone on now. Pereira finds himself on the ball, he plays to Conceição. Lovely simple through. Hemmingson is there. 4-1 here in this game, but he might have just gone a little bit too early there. We're going to think of making some early changes. A little bit tired, obviously. We've had lots and lots of games trying to get to this stage. The goal will count for Hemmingson. He's come into the side on that right hand side for the ever injured Mauro Couto. Obviously developing really well as a player. I think that's his 8th goal of the season, and we've trusted a load of these academy boys to come up, and Hemmingson has probably been, arguably the most successful of all of them. He's been very, very good. We're going to go make those early changes now in this game. Bajoun on that right side. I think we'll go and look into the midfield as well. Bring on Gleeson in a bit of a deeper role. He is good in the kind of Dahl role, but we'll try him to play him a little bit deeper. Yeah, top 3 at the moment as it stands, and right below us it is Nice who are there. Going to be tough to face them. How are they doing in their game? It's there's always a few teams who are going to be better than others. I mean, with the Conference League, it's obviously a great concept, but when you bring it in big reputation leagues, it's good for the smaller leagues, but when you bring it in the bigger reputation leagues, there's going to be big clubs who will inevitably qualify, and that's, I guess, what the case is here with the team like Nice. But if we can go and beat them, then we can go and beat them, and we've seen exactly what we can do a number of years ago now. We just need to replicate that. It's been a long time since we've had a game like that where we've been impressive, but we just need that one chance to do it, and I'm sure we can go on and replicate something like I mean, I'm saying it as if it was anything crazy, because it's really kind of plastic to say that our biggest I guess result was that Marseille game, but it really was big, considering that if we'd have won that, we you don't know where we could have gone really. But that's in the past. It's an experience that's helped us to learn, and we're learning from this game. The full-time whistle is going to go. That's our first 3 points in the Conference League here. So the team for this game against Viking, little bit of rotation off the back of that win. It starts with Nelson in goal. We've got Eriksson, Eduardo and Ramaj at the back today. We've got Steggel, Gleeson, Pereira and Bajoun making up the midfield. Haram on the left, Hemmingson on the right and Nordas up top. Kick off here in this game against Viking. It's going to be important for us to try and pick up a win here in this game and top off would be a really good episode for us, off the back of that win. We really would like to try and get some points here. I don't know what it is really. I don't know if we have a bit of a mental block in the league that stops us from performing. Obviously, you can see the stats for yourself. The fact that in our first 10 games, I think it was something like that, we were doing really, really well. Then after that, 2 wins in our last 13 games. I don't know how we've managed to pull it off. I think our form in other seasons would definitely not be forgiven, but I guess we're still in the top 3 spots, so we can't really complain. And yeah, we've had a good result in the first game of the Conference League. By the time we're back, we're probably around the 4th game or something like that, I'd like to think. So yeah, progressing with some speed. We want to get to them all-important knockout games and be 3 opponents away from making the final that we want to go on and get the result that we want in the end of our time here in Tromso, and then finally get to move on to a new club, whether that is in Las Palmas or that is in Shakhtar Donetsk. I mean, it depends where we go. Where is the offer? I mean, the Donetsk job has not been open for 10 years. Las Palmas is going up quite often. We just have to see where it opens up. But for now, I guess we just have to see what goes on in our time here. It really does start to feel like the season where we do go on and grasp it. We've had our experiences. We've seen what happens in Marseille. We've seen where we're just outclassed against a team like Boavista, and we have to use all them experiences now to go on and get the result. Nordas has robbed the defender, and that is 1-0 here in this game. He's forced a mistake, and Nordas is scoring like he used to, and that is 1-0 and could be the goal that starts a huge win here in this game at the Tromso Arena. One thing I forgot to check is the amount of away fans we took down to Slovenia, and the result is 45 away fans. It's a few more than our second leg in Austria. I think it was like 26 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. It's nice that we've taken a few more down in the league phase. We need that support. I wonder how many would take down to a final. That would be crazy wherever it is. I think it's in Turkey this year, if I'm not mistaken. So it would be nice to take all those fans down to the very, very kind of south of Europe, kind of south. What would it be? The southeast of Europe, kind of in that far half of it in Asia, you would say, which would be impressive if we do go on and make that final. As Bajun steps over this corner, he plays in near post, tries to find Haram. He's not able to do anything. Eduardo from range, he's good with his feet from that distance, but with the header, he's not able to convert on that occasion. 36 minutes gone in this game. A huge win if we can find it here against this Viking team, a very, very good, respectable team. Kind of fallen off a little bit since their, attempts to dethrone. I mean, they were the first real competitor to Mulder's throne, missed out on the final day, and kind of, laid it off for Rosenborg to go and complete the job. But now Mulder have regained their domination of the first division. I mean, Bodo Glimt are only 3 points behind, and we're also only 3 points behind them. I don't know what's going on really. It's probably because we're winning. Elsund, where are they? They just got promoted, I think, and they're doing very well for themselves. And then Lillestrøm as well. Bodo Glimt have just scored against Lillestrøm. That does us some favours. I guess it secures our kind of European position that little bit further, even though we have not dropped out of the top 5 once, or top 4 even, all year. So it wouldn't really be crazy that we're making this gain that we've already had for most of the season. Half time here in this game, we're going to go on to the second half. We've made the rotated team, and it's paid off for us. I'm glad that I've been able to appreciate rotation a little bit more. It's definitely been beneficial, and especially when we've got good squad depth now. One thing that I've been focusing on for a number of years, picking up lots of good players to help us with that. It pays off in situations like this, and that is Stefan Aram at the back post to make it 2-0 and surely send us on our way to picking up what would be a huge 3 points. Finally our first win in however many games it's been now, and it's a huge goal from him at the back post. He's not really been firing too much since he's come to the club. Nordas obviously came at the same time as him, but both of them have got combined about 20 goals now, and we can't really complain about that. It's a ball in back post. Hemmingson with the header, he's just put it over the bar. They're going to make some changes here in this game. Eduardo off, we'll bring on Carvalho in that role, and then swap these two around, see how they do there. Hemmingson off. In July on, we'll bring on Amdal in the midfield as well for Pereira. We won't swap the two around actually because Gleeson is doing very well in that Mazzala roll down this left side. The ball finds itself for the Viking players, but Bajun is there to cut it out. It's been an amazing performance this episode, and Nordas has been playing a ball over the top. He brings it down well. He's beating his man. He has the shot, and he's just put it over the bar there. 60 minutes gone in this game. 2-0 up, and we are on track to pick up a huge 3 points go. How many points clear? 6 points clear from 6th place Valerenga, who are in the Conference League with us. I mean, I don't know how we're all doing so well, to be honest, in the European competitions, but it's working, so we can't really complain. We'll go and make some final changes here. Put Haram up top on the left side. We'll bring on Pal Horfin there to give him a few minutes, see how he does, and rest everyone up. 15 minutes left in this game to get that win. It's been a good performance. We've not had the ball, which is surprising, but we've been effective with it, and ultimately it's going to take us to pick up a huge 3 points. They're on the defensive mentality. They don't want it in this game. Playing with a half back whilst playing with 3 centre backs. It's an interesting tactic. One final chance for them, possibly just a consolation if they find a goal. It's a ball in the middle. Injala is going to try and win the header. It's over the bar, and that is surely the end of this game here. The full-time whistle will go surely. The time is ticking. The full-time whistle goes, and that is a huge 3 points for us at the Tromso. So once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave you this little tune, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you all.